The Gopher Coaches Show is presented by Window Concepts and Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union.
How's our top down here? Elite, man, that's what it is.
This is the Gopher Coaches Show.
Welcome into another installment of the Gopher Coaches Show. I'm Ahmad Hicks alongside KFAN's Justin Gaard, head women's basketball coach Dawn Plitzuweit, and sophomore guard Tori McKinney. Tori, thank you for joining us today. How's the season going for you?
I would say it's going wonderful so far.
That's good. That's good. You had an excellent game versus Wisconsin. I want to talk a little bit about that to start this show. It seems like you've had a sophomore surge. It seems like you have a ton of confidence this season compared to last year. Can you talk about the growth and just, your success in that most recent game?
I would just say this year especially, I think I'm just surrounded by the best people, and we genuinely want the best for each other. So it's really easy just to have fun out there and compete alongside one another.
Dawn, what have you seen from Tori just in terms of growth from freshman year, where she played a lot, was obviously very important for you a year ago, to now maybe even more so this year?
Well, we're seeing Tori just continue to learn and grow and develop, and in all ways, shapes and forms. I think in the last 8 games, her assist turnover ratio is 4-1. That's incredible. She's scoring at a better than 50% clip in those games, and so she continues to get better. I think what's really important is that she continues to just play basic, simple, fundamental basketball. So we see how fast she is, but to use her change of speed, to use her ability to slow down and make reads is something that's really helping her right now.
Well, those 2 plays that we just saw, Tori, where you shoot the passing lane, you shoot the gap, you get it. One, you just blow by somebody. The other one, she had a good head start on you. Like, what are you thinking when you get there? I've asked you this before. Have you ever lost a race in your life? Coach talked about you slowing down. Have you ever lost a race, and what are you thinking when you just shoot the gap and you want to go coast to coast?
Well, I hope I've never lost a race before, but I don't know. I just kind of go. I don't really think about much else. I just hope I don't get blocked on the other side, I guess.
Tori, what is it about this team? It seems like you guys go through some adversity, but it doesn't phase you like years past. I know this game against Wisconsin, you guys got off to a slow start, yet you turn on the game at halftime, and you can't, or after halftime, and you can't even realize that you guys got off to a slow start in that game.
I would say the biggest thing is we're just trusting one another at a higher level, and we're just having fun. Like, every huddle, we get together and we're like, let's just have fun. Like, why are we not having fun? Like, we're doing what we love and we're doing it together. So it makes it a lot easier to go out and compete.
Makes sense.
So, Coach, how important, Tori has obviously missed a few games this season, and then she's come back and just been on a huge stretch. When you have your starting 5 lineup, I think your record's 19-3. It speaks to her importance, but obviously the importance of the group. What have you seen specifically from her since she came back?
Well, I think that her awareness of there are some times you have to let something go is really, really important, because there's a loose ball, and Tori used to be, because she has so much speed, would try to go get in there all the time. And there are some times that you have to recognize there's probably a better than 40, 50, 60, 80% chance I'm getting a foul in that situation. We need Tori on the floor, and so she's learning to let some of those plays go.
Tori, when you look at your season as a whole, what would you give credit to for allowing you to have the success that you're having, aside from your teammates and the fun? Is it the confidence in, just playing year 2 in the Big Ten, or what is it like now in year 2? Because your last 7 games, you've been on a tear, averaging 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Like, tell us what's going through your mind.
I feel like I can't give credit to anyone besides my teammates and my coaches. I mean, the preparation we have before games and just throughout the weeks are honestly incredible. And then I don't know, it's just like a commodity we have this year, that it's just we have that will, and I think it's almost like a fiercity. I don't know if that's a word, but it's like a fierce mindset.
Yeah, we can make it work for yourself.
Sell it.
Yeah, and it's just we all want it, so it's why not go out and show it?
Let's talk about a couple of your teammates. What have you learned from playing with Amaya Battle, who's having a great senior season in her own right?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, she's doing incredible. I mean, there's so much that you can learn from her. It's just having poise on the court, I would say, is the biggest attribute. She knows how to just things don't faze her. And so that's one thing that I'm trying to take from her. She's good at not crashing out.
Yeah,
good at not crashing out.
Yeah, that's really good, especially for a point guard. Can you talk about Mara Braun and her growth this season? I mean, you didn't get a chance to play with her a ton last year due to injury, but what's it like playing with a talent like her that's evolved to not only being a scorer, but affecting all the phases of the game?
I think it's honestly incredible. Like you just said, she affects every aspect of the game, and I think one of the best attributes about her is her leadership. She's always talking to us, always coaching us, and she genuinely wants the best for every person. So like, if she knows you're not putting out your best, or if you can do something better, she's going to be the one to tell you that, and it's with 100% love and like just wanting the best for each and every one of us.
You said before about Mara, if you could trade attributes with one teammate, you would pick her aura.
Yeah.
Can you explain to those of us that maybe don't have an aura? Ahmad, you've got an aura. I don't.
Maybe.
What is it about Mara's aura that you would like to have?
She just plays with like, it's just like such confidence. Like in the Wisconsin game, she got it and one, and she was just running around the court. Or even in the Rutgers game, when she got her and one, she went over to the bench and was like high-fiving everyone. Like if that was the barn we talked about, she probably would have fallen off. But she didn't, because she just has aura, and she just, yeah, I don't know.
Well, Coach P, I like to believe you have some aura as well, and it's rubbing off on your team. For you, what's been the biggest thing in this 8-game winning streak that you guys are on right now?
I think for this group right now, there's a willingness to do the hard things in order to have the success that you want to have. Because I believe that we had a desire to do well in the past, but there's something you have to do to get out of your comfort zone, and a lot of times for us that's on the it's on the defensive end, really helping each other and then helping the helper, but then and finishing plays, but also on the offensive end, having the confidence to take shots, or having the confidence that you don't have to take a tough shot and you can move it. And even with 7-8 seconds on the shot clock, there's still plenty of time for us to get a good shot at that point in time. So I think there's a willingness to get out of our comfort zone and do different things at a higher level.
Here's the most uncomfortable and unfortunate question, where we ask you what it's like playing for your coach while your coach is sitting right next to you.
You better have a good answer here, Tori.
Now, I think you're pretty safe. You're playing pretty well, so I don't think your minutes are going to be restricted by your answer here. But
well, we'll
find out. That's a good point. It's a good point. I don't want to prejudge the case. But what's it been like playing for Coach P, and really all your coaches who I know are so involved on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I chose Minnesota for a reason, and I'm obviously staying for another reason too. And I think one of the biggest aspects are the coaches. I mean, they push you to like your limits, but as you can see, it's just making us better, and it just continues to like allow us to compete at one of the highest levels. So I mean, I love it.
40 minutes against Ohio State.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm about to say, that's a great answer right there.
That's a great answer.
Yep.
Speaking about being pushed to your limits and whatnot, it seems like every game you guys are challenged. There's always a competitive contest in the Big Ten. As you look at your final 3 remaining games in the regular season, what's going through your mind about the opportunity at hand for you all?
I think every game in the Big Ten is you're gonna have to grind it out. I mean, it's gonna be probably the hardest game, every game, but we have 3 games left, but at the end of the day, tomorrow we have a basketball game. So that's kind of all we're focused on, is just Ohio State and what they're going to bring, because they're a great team filled with great players. So we have to show it out tomorrow.
How excited are you, just for, obviously it's a 1-game-at-a-time deal, but just to have meaningful games at this point in the season at home, these next couple, right? I'm sure that just has to be exciting for your whole group.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely exciting. It would be very much more exciting if we got some more fans out there, got some support. But I mean, as a team, as a program, we're just really excited to be playing in the barn. It's such a special atmosphere out there. So,
and Coach, you've been in these situations at your previous stops where the stakes are high going into the last week. We're talking about double bye, Big Ten tournament, NCAA tournament seeding, all the things that come with it. Like, what's key this time of year when you have big opportunities like this?
Be your best, be thankful, enjoy the precious present. It doesn't change at this point in time just because of where we're at and who we're playing and what all that it comes into play. It's just we keep the simple things, and it doesn't mean that they're easy. Playing simple basketball doesn't mean it's easy at all, but at this point in time, we have to give our best effort. We have to be thankful for the opportunity to compete, and we have to be thankful that we have a chance to continue playing. And then the last one is we have to enjoy the precious present. We have a great opportunity tomorrow in the barn, 7 o'clock against Ohio State. Would love to see you there. Get your tickets. We still have a few available, so I'd love to see you there.
Coach, you've been asked this question following the game, but I want to ask you this question on the show. Did you expect this turnaround as quickly as it happened here for your Gopher program, to go from basically a program that hadn't won 20 games in a very long time, hadn't been to the NCAA tournament, to now knocking on the door in year 3?
Well, it all comes down to people, right? It comes down to players and having players that can do those things, and then having coaches to help put them in the right spots, and then having a support staff, and that's from athletic training to nutrition to strength and conditioning to academic advising to make sure that they're their whole body, that they're ready physically, mentally to compete. And so it takes all of it. It takes a village, and they say that, but it really truly does. But it starts with players. right? We can have the whole village, but if you don't have good players, that stuff doesn't really matter in the same way. But I believe that we have great young ladies. They're a lot of fun. They are. You know, half the time I don't even recognize when they are teasing me. They have to explain that they are. But they're fun and they're great, and they are just really, really special people that are also great students, that are also very, very talented basketball players. But they're great people first and foremost. And then we're really fortunate to have the staff that we have.
Tori, we have about 30 seconds left in this block, so I want to save the final question for you. How exciting is it to be a part of this program and the trajectory that you guys are on right now in years to come?
I would say it's honestly amazing. Like, it's the best feeling. I always wanted to come here and play, but I never thought like this experience could be so great.
Well, hopefully you guys keep on winning, and then more recruits are enticed to come here, and then, you know, we have plenty to talk about in your next couple of years here. So that's Tori McKinney. That will do it for our first block. We have to burn one of our TV timeouts. When we return, Sophie Hart will join the desk, and we'll get a chance to question her about her final season in maroon and gold. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Gopher Coaches Show.
We're back with more Gopher Coaches Show. Dawn Plitzuweit, Justin Gaard, Sophie Hart joining the desk, and Ahmad Hicks, of course, here hosting the show. So, Sophie, the last time you were on this set, you broke some news, and you announced that you were coming back for one more season as a Minnesota Golden Gopher. What's this final season been like for you thus far?
It's just been a lot of fun. I mean, we have a great core group. A lot of chemistry. I feel like you can see that on the floor right now as we play. I know Tori talked about it, but we just really enjoy being around each other on and off the court. It's made a lot of fun.
And certainly the last 8 games have been a lot of fun for everybody involved. That includes a great road win at Iowa, a place we hadn't won since 2007. I don't even know if you were born then. I vaguely remember it. But what was that win in particular like? Obviously a border rival, a team that has had our number here the last few years, and I'll say ours. That had to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I thought everybody did a great job. I mean, I think that's what makes our team so good this year is everybody kind of can play a different role depending on the game, and I thought it was a great team effort. You know, you kind of saw everybody shine through in different ways that game, and so knowing it was kind of collective and a group effort, you know, we always like beating those guys. So.
What's that locker room like? I saw the video where you guys are having a water bath in there, you know, splashing everybody with water. What's that moment like for people who are just watching from the outside looking in?
Yeah, well, it was a lot of anticipation because I think the coaching staff was on the outside planning their attack.
We were.
Yeah, you guys were. But I mean, it's just, I hate to keep saying the word fun, but like, it's just so enjoyable. You go home with joy every day. I mean, it makes it, I mean, the wins even better, the losses, you know, tough, but like, it's just such a great group that we have right now.
What was the plotting like, Coach? You mentioned it a little bit on the postgame.
Right.
You came out, it looked like you had showered or gone to a water park. And here we're seeing it right here. But there, you didn't just roll in with a couple of cups. A lot went into this video.
Well, we had to have some strategy to it. You know, you have to have a scouting report. So we kind of figured that the more the better, right? So all of the coaches had to get some water. We took the top off of the big jug, but thought that'd be a little bit excessive. Yep. Started to dig some water out of it, but then realized that has ice cubes in it. That's dangerous. Dump those back in, and then take a little bit longer and get it through the spout. So we weren't throwing ice at anyone. So, you know, we had to readjust on the fly, just like a game. We had to adjust as we were going through it.
A very strategic approach there. Sophie, what are your thoughts on being ranked? I know I asked you this question before you guys were ranked, and you said, we're not worried about that. We just care about the next game. But it's here now. You guys are ranked number 23 in the latest AP poll. Tell me, how does that feel?
I mean, outside noise kind of to us. I think we're more proud of, you know, statistically looking at some of the stuff. Top 10 in the net, top 20 defense. I saw today best defense in the Big Ten, I think. I mean, well, statistically though, I mean, the stats prove it. I mean, and you're very big on that. That's something we focus on a lot, and so I think that's something we take a lot of pride in because, you know, that's controllable for us. Is we can control how many rebounds we get, how hard we box out, how many loose balls we get to, and so I think that's kind of where our focus is at.
Sophie's going to take over the pregame or the pre-practice film today.
I was just thinking
and she's going to put together the practice plan. I love this.
I'm like, she's going to take your job in a couple of years, Coach.
Exactly. That's great.
But you have to love hearing that the things that you have emphasized since you got here, your team is embracing?
They're looking at those things they want to be. Again, there's a will. Everybody has a will to want to be successful. But then there's that next level of doing the things that it takes. And when you watch Sophie play, you recognize, oh, she's scoring it really well. She's getting a lot of rebounds. But when you really watch her, she is someone who is facilitating at a high level, right? So she's passing it to her teammates at a high level. She's dropping a dime. We showed that in film the other day. Probably the best pass that we've seen her have in her career here. But then also the way that she helps her teammates, the way that she communicates specifically on the defensive end to help us be really solid or to be the best that we can be is really, really important.
Sophie, what's it been like with, it seems like you and Finau Tonga, who backs you up, you guys have such a great rhythm together of, all right, I'm in for a couple minutes, here comes Fee, not a lot changes. Coach, I'm sure you can speak to that as well, but what's it been like to have that person to kind of interchange with this year?
Yeah, I mean, I know me and her, we always joke we're kind of like the 1-2 punch. One comes out, you know, the next one's going right in and going just as hard as the first one. And so it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoy her as a person, just on that aspect of, you know, we get to compete against each other, with each other every day in practice, and that makes, you know, every day a little bit more enjoyable. But then just to know that she can go in and make such an impact for us. I mean, her footwork's amazing. Defensively, she moves so quickly. I mean, it's so nice having her. I mean, depth is important, especially when we get into March.
Coach, would you echo that? It seems like it's a good pairing.
It's a great pairing, and when you pull Sophie out of the game, to have someone else that can establish themselves on the block is really, really important for how we play and what we do, and it keeps us in the same rhythm and routine at that point in time. And you know, Sophie has an advantage because she's been in our program longer, so she understands more of it at a higher level. And Fee is someone who is catching on. She's been in college basketball for a few years, so she's someone who has the ability to learn pretty quickly too.
Sophie, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like your confidence is through the roof right now. What has Dawn done to elevate your game on the court, and what has she done to help you off the court as well?
Yeah, I actually talked about it earlier today. It's just, you know, Dawn just cares about you at a different level. So it makes those times where, you know, she kind of has to be a little bit harder on you. You know it's coming from a great place. You know she wants to develop you. And, I mean, off the court, whatever you need, she's going to get it done. I mean, was it a year or two ago, I had a specific shoe that I was wearing, and she went and found every dang shoe that was left in that size in the
There
country.
were 6 in the country. We got all 6 pairs.
And so, I mean, it's just those small little things that really add in every day. She's going to get the best of the best for us and fight for us every day. And so knowing that, it makes it really easy to give your best for her.
So in our final couple of minutes here, Sophie, you, I think, are one of the 2 Gophers that have some NCAA tournament experience with programs. And we obviously have Ohio State and Michigan State to worry about, but that's where this thing looks like it's heading. What's that experience like for someone who's never been it, never experienced it? How excited are you for that possibility?
I'm really excited for us. I mean, I think we do have a little bit of tournament experience, not NCAA, but I mean, last year we won the WBIT, and so knowing where this group is at right now, I think our confidence within the team and within each other is very high. And knowing that our group is just playing some of its best basketball right now, I think we're really excited for March.
I think every player's goal is to leave a lasting impact whenever they leave a university. When you look at these walls and you see the banners hanging up here, what would it mean for you to be able to hang a banner up yourself and come back as an alum and say, look, we did this. We started this run that they're on now?
I mean, truly amazing, but again, Gaardsy kind of alluded to, I mean, we're really focused in one game at a time right now. I mean, that is far, far out. We got a lot of games we got to win to get there first. So,
your alumni day's not for a while.
Yeah,
so
just kind of focused in. I mean, we got Ohio State, we got Michigan State coming up at home, 2 very talented teams. So, very excited.
Quick question here, under 30 seconds. How important is it to face these 2 teams that you're going to face in Ohio State and Michigan State in front of your home crowd?
I mean, come pack the barn. We're having a lot of fun. We'd like you to come be a part of that experience. I think it'll be great.
All right. You heard it from Sophie. Come pack the barn. Big games coming up tomorrow and this weekend, and they hope to see you there. We'll burn another TV timeout, but when we return, we're previewing the upcoming games and the final 3 games for the Gophers in the regular season. We'll be right back.
You're watching the Gopher Coaches Show.
Welcome back to the Gopher Coaches Show. We have just under 3 minutes left in our program, so a big topic coming up, big game versus Ohio State.
And Coach is wearing pink today, not because she thinks it looks good on television, but it
Maybe
does.
both. Maybe
both.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There's a very specific reason. Tell people who are coming to the game on Wednesday, the uniforms might look a little different than they're accustomed to. What's that significance?
Well, every year we have our pink game, and our pink game at the University of Minnesota is intended to not only bring awareness to our young ladies, and so what we do is we bring in a breast cancer survivor, and that individual will talk to our team and then to give lessons on advocacy and what it's like to deal with that adversity and those type of things. And I think that's really important. Then we actually auction off all of our pink jerseys that are worn by the 14 players, and the proceeds from that go to cancer research for the University of Minnesota Masonic Cancer Center, which we think is really, really important. So trying to continue to grow the ability to research and finally get rid of cancer.
Gophersports.com is where you check it all out. Very easy. It's like one click to find all the jerseys. It's super easy.
Are you trying to get all 14 of them?
My wife is.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife is for my daughter. So I was telling Coach, we're locked in on a couple.
Well,
so
hopefully she walks
at minimum,
away
we're
with a couple.
bidding it up. At minimum, we're getting the bids up, which is good because it all goes to Masonic.
There you go. Well, a coach even has coordinating nails. She has pink nails
That's
right
right.
now. They
That's
look
right.
good,
Did that just for the right. You know.
All right, Coach. Just under 60 seconds here left in show. How big is it? I asked the players this, but to have these two ranked games at home in front of your fans.
Well, it's important that we play really well, and most of the time you think you play better when you're at home. You know, the bottom line is you have to be able to play well in any environment, but it's certainly important for a couple of reasons. One, it's our pink game. Two, we're playing great teams, and three, we get to celebrate our seniors on Senior Day on Sunday. So all of those are great opportunities for our fans to come out and celebrate this group of young ladies, to help us in two very, very challenging matchups and games. And so it's going to be something that's a lot of fun. So we'd encourage you to get your tickets now.
One thing,
Coach,
one thing I've appreciated, even going back to the WBIT run a year ago, it's late March and you're still talking about getting better and improving. How have you seen your team, even at a late stage, continue to incrementally get better?
Well, it's interesting because each game we're looking at different details that carry on and can help us in the next one. And that's what this group has done, continue.